I'm done, dude. I don't understand how these calls are made. It's just baffling to me. Absolutely baffling. Bruins lose 5-4. Not in overtime. Um, 3 of the 5 goals for the Islanders were on the power play. I'd say one of those power plays was actually deserved based off the flow of the game. Um, yeah, this is gonna be another one like last time where I don't have anything up. I don't do time on ice at the end. I don't actually go over things that with timestamps or anything. This is just me talking about the game. First period, Pasta scores immediately. Let's go. Yes. Woohoo. Yeah. Woohoo. Yeah. Woohoo. Um. Later in the first, on the back check, Corelli lifts somebody's stick, and it's a slashing penalty. It's the most bullshit penalty ever. Well, I mean, other than the penalty from a couple games ago, but it's a bullshit penalty. Prior to it, Islander, can't remember who it was, cross-checks Krejci in the back, and they're like, oh, there's the tone for this game. And like, no, that's not the tone for this game. That's the tone for what the Islanders can do in this game. The Islanders had 3 power play goals before the Bruins even had 1 power play. Okay. Second penalty was... I'm trying to remember what that one was. I believe the second one was... Okay, second one is escaping my mind right now. Third one, Wagner cross-checks a guy. Kind of high, like in the shoulder. Okay, yeah. Okay, that one's a penalty. If the Islanders doing the same thing get called for penalties. Based off the game and what they called for the Islanders, it's not a penalty. But Wagner wears black and gold, so it is. Oh, Grizzlick. It was Grizzlick for, I want to say, hooking? Interference? I don't know. It was bullshit as well. Islanders continue to get away with murder until something switches and finally a ticky-tack slash gets called, much like the first penalty that Boston got called for. Like, you can't tell me that that's a slash, but other stuff they did wasn't penalties. Like, NHL, that is game management. Like, come on. You can't say game management doesn't exist and then show me that. It's game management. If I was an Islander fan, I'd be complaining about it. Hell, I'm a Bruin fan and I'm complaining about it. That wasn't a penalty, but neither were the first 2 called for Boston. It was absolutely ridiculous. A bunch of more Bruins get cross-checked, tripped, hauled down, interfered with, held. The list goes on. End of 2, it's 4-1, 4-2. Yeah, 4-2, right? I can't remember. This game took a year off my life. Then finally, when the Bruins get their second power play, it was in the third. This one was for, wanna say, yeah, Pollock, I think, hooked Pasta, and the announcers are saying, oh, what a great defensive play, and completely ignoring the hook. And then we score, like, off of pretty quickly. I turn to my dad, and I'm like, and that's why we don't get power plays. Because when we get them, we score. The NHL doesn't want to see that. For whatever reason. Don't know why they'd want the fucking Islanders, a shit franchise, to do anything. Then Krejci gives everyone hope by scoring with like 5:13 left. Swayman was put in for Rask at the start of the third. Not necessarily because Rask sucked. He did make some pretty dog shit attempts at saves on some of the goals, but when you're on the penalty kill constantly, not much. I then with Swayman pulled, absolutely nothing happens because we start dumping and chasing. Because yeah, let's dump and chase. Anthony Beauvillier assisted a goal on his birthday. Surprised Pierre didn't mention that. Did I get all 4 goals? Oh yeah, I forgot about Marchand's absolutely filthy goal. Shortly after there should have been a penalty called on the Islanders, but the refs were just ass. Both ways. Like, I can say that. They were ass for the Bruins a lot. Like, you're telling me the Islanders did what they did and didn't have a penalty until the second period there? Like, no, that's just wrong. You're wrong. I'm sorry, you're wrong. And then when the Islanders finally did get a penalty, it was a shit call. Like, it's a slash that I don't like. Much like the first Bruins penalty was a slash that I don't think anybody liked. The refs were just absolute dog shit. Francis Sherratt and Francois St. Laurent. They sucked. They sucked. They were well deserving of all the bullshit chants they got. Cassie is probably having his press conference right now. I'd love to see him attack the refs. He probably won't because in the end it was a close game and the power plays were close on paper. Oh, Bergeron puts the puck out of play with like 12 minutes left in the third. But shortly before that, the Islanders did the same fucking thing and they ruled it was a deflection. It was like the only time the announcers actually realized that the Islanders probably got away with something. Don't even get me started on fucking Pierre and Micheletti just sucking the Islanders off all night. Like, the NHL needs a better product. And the only way to do that is to either call the game fairly or make your announcers entertaining for everybody. The only people the announcers were entertaining for tonight was the Islanders. It's been that way all series. You're not going to get new neutral fans or new fans of certain teams when you just pander to one audience the entire night. It's not how it's going to go. Bruins played like shit, yeah. Bruins did play like shit. Probably deserved to lose. Did they deserve to get 3 power play goals scored on them before they had a penalty called on the Islanders? No. Why? Because the Islanders get away with bullshit after bullshit after bullshit. The calls just aren't consistent. That's all I'm asking for. Consistency. And not consistently bad. Okay? Because every league is like, oh, we have consistency. And everyone's like, yeah, consistently bad. Like, no. We want actual consistency. If it's a slash in October, it should be a slash in March. If it's a slash in March, it should be a slash in October. If it's a slash in May, it should be a slash in October. Consistency, please. That's all I ask for. It gets so hard to try to explain the game to a new fan. One of my good friends, who I might stream a game with at some point, I don't know yet. He's a relatively new fan to the sport of hockey. And trying to explain this shit to him, what's a penalty and what isn't, and how it changes month to month, period to period, minute to minute. It leaves me bewildered, speechless, frustrated, and he's not even a Bruins fan. Like, I watched the Winnipeg-Montreal game last night. I think I saw 5 things that Montreal got power plays for that either team tonight got away with. After the Marchand goal, he was lightly shoved in the back into the boards. Last night, that was a penalty on Winnipeg. After, can't remember who it was on Montreal scored, but Stastny shoves him in the back into the post, and it's a penalty. And then Montreal's on the power play. Like, consistency game to game is all we ask for. This is why there's an increasing number of people who want as much of the game as possible to be done by computers as far as officiating. Because in every sport, it's an issue. Like last night in Sunday Night Baseball, Red Sox Yankees. I'm a Red Sox fan. There's a B strong thing over my shoulder. There's a call late in the game where they call a guy on the Yankees out on strikes. The ball's nowhere even close to the plate. It's like a foot outside. Like, yeah, the ump made a mistake. And it's frustrating because it happens in every sport. Refs fucking suck across the board. Anyways, this has been going on for too long now. Bruins lose 5-4. Tuukka got pulled. I'm sure that's going to make people happy because people hate Tuukka. He didn't play that well tonight. Didn't exactly get any help from the officials. And that's going to do it for me. Hopefully I have more than one of these Bruins game reaction videos left. They're fun to make. They get my anger out. And yeah, if you made it this far, thanks for watching. And if you didn't, I mean, fuck off, I guess. I don't know. Just an idea. See you later.